Good evening, Overwatch fans. Um, so I'm gonna be honest with you, just a little bit. Do not be surprised how scuffed tonight is. I have, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Captain Jack. I'm a caster for Overwatch. I also play lots of amazing games here on the channel, and tonight I'm starting kind of a new thing. We've the organization that I call home, Overwatch Tranquility, has a lot of matches that go uncasted during the week, and I, as kind of an up and coming caster, have been trying to learn and grow, and I obviously want to make time for other people to be able to participate and learn and grow. So I've kind of opened myself up to, if teams have played matches and they want me to cast a few, it helps me get some practice as well as allowing their matches to be viewed. So first and foremost, I am not a producer. I've actually had to relearn a lot of things that I learned a while back when I was a media director about broadcast GG and its package, and it's really detailed. It's actually advanced a lot since the last time that I saw it. So um, there are going to be a lot of scuffness, so I appreciate if you hang with me. But I'm going to do the best that I can to make sure that these teams get the attention that they deserve. Because, they volunteered themselves, I guess, to want to do so. I want to remind you, as always, to hit that heart if you are so inclined. I actually don't have any of my stuff that I'm normally set up because I'm using OBS Vice, my Streamlabs. I'll have to transfer all that over eventually. But if you hit that heart, you punch that bell, you'll get notified every time I'm online. I got a schedule down below that I now have to edit. But yeah, so if you feel so inclined, you can also sub $4.99, or Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime sub. Will give you access to some great emotes so far made by the great Caden Vieira. They're absolutely beautiful. I love them, and you help us get a little bit closer to being able to unlock emotes that everyone can use. So, and every penny that I get, I'm pouring right back into the community. We do giveaways. We get awesome setups and stuff like that. Anything to improve what's going on here. But you aren't here for me. You're here for the teams. I know that. That's what I know. Okay, so I know that you're all probably in the chat like, what is he talking on about? Just get to the game already. So let's go ahead and get to that, shall we? So tonight we have got two sets of teams that are going up against one another. So remember what I said, scuffness? Added the microphone, and for some reason not is not there. I don't understand. It's not in the audio mixer, so I have no idea if you can actually hear me. So as you saw for a brief moment there, we're going to be having two different matches going on today, and we're going to kind of mishmash between the two of them. So in the Discord tier, you got Sealed Team Spuds versus Deja Vu. And then in the Harmony tier, you have Strix versus Jetpack Cats. By what I've been told and looking at the scores of these matches, both of these are all of these matches are incredibly well fought, and they come incredibly close. So we're going to be starting off with SEAL Team Spuds versus Deja Vu on Hanamura, which was their second map of the evening. So let's go ahead and get into that. I'll actually show you what all maps we'll be seeing tonight. Oh man, I gotta update that. That is not the score. Ignore that. That was me testing and forgetting to unupdate that. So ignore that. Not completed. 0, 0. Update. There we go. Return to radio casting. No video needed. Wait, what's going on? Oh, the opposite, it seemed to be the effect. So we're going to be starting on Hanamura with the SEAL Team Spuds versus Deja Vu. And then King's Row, we're going to see between Jetpack Cats and Strix. And then we're going to go back SEAL Team Spuds versus Deja Vu on Junkertown. I heard this was a really close fight, so it's going to be really awesome. And then we're going to end on Busan, which was map 5 for the Strix versus Jetpack Cats matchup during week 1. So let's go ahead and get into it. And it seems like everything else I can be heard on, so I guess we won't be going to the away screen until I can fix that again. Alrighty, so as always,
Hey,
what?
you are still on your camera.
What do you mean?
On stream, it is not showing the video.
Oh, I am swapping the scenes. See, again, I'm not a producer,
You're
so
watching.
yeah. Well, I'm seeing them switch because I'm in studio mode, and I'm forgetting to transition them. So Hanamura, Kings Road, Junkertown, Busan. There we go. Ready and go. So I'm just going to switch out of studio mode now because that's going to confuse the heck out of me. There we go. Now you can see everything I see. Beautiful. All right. I told you folks, this is going to be scuffed tonight. I'm going to have to get a lot of practice in. I'm also not a producer, so if I don't take the most flattering camera angles, I greatly apologize, but I'll try to at least do y'all.
Casting at the same time.
What?
Producing and casting.
Yeah, no, I'm far from producing. Mr. Booth and many other great producers would be ashamed of the casting, of the producing I'm getting ready to do. So, all right. So, as I said, this is Deja Vu versus SEAL Team Spud. So let's go ahead and see what these teams are going to be coming in with. Starting off, it seems that we have, for the side of Deja Vu, as they come in on the defense, they're opting for the Rhine Zarya. Very typical composition. Jorge coming in on the Reaper with Blink on the McCree. So they're looking to do a little stun, looking to do a lot of damage. Right now, SEAL Team Spuds looking to come in with that dive, or that double bubble, rather, with the Winston Zarya. So let's go ahead and see what these teams have got, as we see the SEAL Team Spuds getting ready to move in on their attack. Kiddo looking to try to make some space, but Spoofy holding strong for right now. Death Knot in the sky on that Echo. Gonna have a really hard time staying up, just due to the fact that their healers aren't really supporting the composition that they're coming in with. That Sky Princess. Beppo ends up diving in on the high ground, and it looks like Seraph is going to be able to get there as well. Jorge falling incredibly low, but is going to be able to get that mega health pack there on the objective. And there comes big anti-nade coming in onto Spoofy, but the bubble and immortality field get used to try to clear that out. Sitting at about half health. Blink with the double kill, starting to clear this objective of all them dang taters. And it looks like they're going to have to go for a quick reset with 3 minutes remaining on the clock, as Death Knot being the next one to be sent back. Now, I got to tell you, based on how the dive came in, it looked a little staggered. It looked like they were having a hard time trying to figure out how to get their footing. But if I know the Spuds, I know that, they're just, shaking off the cobwebs, trying to get their way in here. Let's see if they can get it on this next fight. Beppo trying to get in a little bit of damage on Spoofy. The dive comes in, as well as the nano. Let's go ahead and see if they can make some magic happen. Beppo diving in onto the high ground, looking to see if they can get those picks. Blink popping out the Deadeye will end up getting Death Knot, but the damage has already been done, as we see Beppo and the rest of the team moving into the objective. The only one left nearby is Sand, as they try to hold on. Now we're going to see Blink being able to touch as well, but the Primal Rage of Beppo is going to go ahead and hold things together. Somebody is still on this objective. Sand, able to wall ride on the outside and come in on that window, is going to go ahead and lock this down. Minute 50 remaining on the clock as we go ahead and see Objective A captured. That's going to give them 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go ahead and push in to Objective Bravo. Now, let me tell you, folks, that dive was much more coordinated. It seemed like SEAL Team Spuds really knew exactly who they were going for, and the follow-up damage was right there as well. It doesn't look like we're going to see a whole lot of swaps for the side. We're actually not going to see any swaps at all for the side of Deja Vu. Let's go ahead and see if they can make some magic happen. I feel some drifting in the future as we see Beppo moving in onto that high ground, looking to get in some damage. The sticky bombs of Death Knot end up getting in some damage as well, and the immortality field gets wasted away. Graviton Surge coming out from Cyber, incredibly low, has to be about 10 health or so. Gonna get the double kill there, triple kill onto Seraph, Beppo, and Kiddo, and that's going to be a clear of the objective once again. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Now, I gotta say, I almost questioned Cyber using the Graviton Surge there. They were incredibly low. It didn't look like it was going to get a lot of follow-up, but Cyber must have been incredibly well charged in order to be able to get those kills, and it looks like the supports just weren't able to get the angles that they were looking for to keep SEAL Team Spuds alive. Shatter comes out from Spoofy, but it's not going to be enough for them to be able to hold on to this objective. The dive coming in for Beppo again, and Jorge just knocking him out. But now Death Knot coming in with the duplicate as well, immediately gets melted down as the res comes in from Beppo, looking to see if they can take out Spoofy. Pulse Bomb coming in, but Spoofy able to survive with only about a quarter of their health remaining. And it looks like once again we're going to see SEAL Team Spuds get sent back to spawn with 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Note, I am solo casting tonight, so there will be times that I have to breathe and take a drink so I don't actually pass out or come out with a huge dry mouth. So thank you once again for hanging with me. Let's go ahead and get back into this fight. We got this dive trying to move their way through this tunneled area. Blink coming out with the Deadeye ends up grabbing Death Knot, which is going to be incredibly valuable, but the res comes in, but Dwayne falling to Jorge once again. That is going to be a 5-on-6 fight as Blink and Cyber just continue to trade blows on the objective. It's not going to be enough for them to be able to get that tick, but Beppo coming on to that Primal Rage, going to be sitting really well, and there we go. There we go, SEAL Team Spuds. It just wasn't working. The dive, trying to get up on that high ground, trying to see if they could get those picks. It's great, but Jorge on that Reaper is just going to absolutely destroy the monkey. But Beppo now on that Rhine. We got Death Knot on the Reaper, looking to be a Death Knot. Let's see if they can make it happen. Graviton Surge coming in as well as the garage door. Shatter also from Spoofy, throwing everything in but the kitchen sink, but the trade is even 2-2. The res comes in for Beppo, so now it's a 4v5 fight, looking to still make their way into this high ground. Seraph the Sheriff able to get that pick onto Sand, so now solo healing is Sugo, with the Blossom now coming out from Jorge. That's going to go ahead and bring things back with the help of Cyber and Spoofy. We're now into the final 45 seconds as we head into final fight territory. Oh, thank you so much, teammate. I got a chance to look at the chat. Apparently, if I use shift, apparently not. Apparently not what I was looking to do there. Shift obviously is not bound the right way. But I do know how to move up. Nope, that's not what I want either. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Beppo coming in. Graviton Surge on from Kiddo, looking to get those additional picks. The trade is 3 for 2 as Cyber able to take down Death Knot just with the Graviton Surge. But the trade continues to hold strong. Kiddo with their final breath, trying to see if they can trigger the overtime, and will end up being successful. And now it's going to be going back to that dive to try to touch. Just barely able to touch that objective, but it's not soon enough without a tick to be had. SEAL Team Spuds gonna go ahead and be locked out of this objective as we head into round 2. Yeah, apparently, unless it's bound to something else. RIP. Alright, let's go ahead and update these scores as get ready for this next fight. So let me tell you, SEAL Team Spuds did put up a great fight there, but I think at the end of the day, it came down to a late switch. You know, as we know, assault points are always absolutely deadly.
Why didn't you update that one?
What?
They haven't won a map yet.
What do you mean?
Like, I thought that was for when they, like, won a map or a match.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a producer, all right? Just let me be. Just let me continue to be super scuffed. I was already almost hyperventilating before we started the stream. All right. I appreciate it. Woo wee. All right, I'm gonna need some practice here, folks. So hang with me. All right. So now coming in on the defense, SEAL Team Spuds. Like I said, the dive wasn't working out so well. You know, you definitely need that brawl on second point, and now they're opting for the Sigma ball, which is interesting. It is meta, you know, if you even know what the meta is at this point, but the more traditional meta on this point has gotta be the Ryan Zarya with the Symmetra. They're already teleporting on that high ground. Deja Vu looking to get those initial picks. Jorge saw the first one come out as Jorge able to take down Dwang. So now it is a 5v5 fight on the objective. First tick coming in right now is Beppo trying to see if they can hold strong, but Cyber ends up beaming them down. Seraph the Sheriff trying to get those additional picks. Cyber ends up going down. That's the second tick. Kiddo just trying to continually touch the objective, trying to keep that percentage from going up. Grabs Blink, with Spoofy able to follow up onto Death Knot, and just barely 94%. They got to try to keep it going, but Death Knot on that Tracer just absolutely cleaning up the objective. It looks like just barely the SEAL Team Spuds will be able to hold on with 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Now, the unfortunate part about the composition that SEAL Team Spuds have come in with is that it doesn't have a lot of staying power when you're going up against a brawl. Trying to make a Sigma be aggressive is hard, and it's really going to come down to Seraph and Death Knot to try to be able to hold this together. But I gotta say, the Sheriff is indeed on duty, because the picks just keep coming in and staggering out Deja Vu. 2 minutes 20 seconds remaining on the clock as the Dynamite comes in, gets a little bit of damage onto Cyber, and that Bob is ready and raring to go. Spoofy looking to see if they can move their way into this objective. Bob now getting invested into the doorway as they go ahead and rotate into the side room. Kiddo able to get the pick onto Blink. So once again, we're in that 5v6 fight as we see essentially all of Deja Vu just... They're just going to suck it up. Hope that Blink can be able to find a way in here. Gravitic Flux coming out with the Dynamite. Ends up grabbing Spoofy, but it looks like the healing will keep them strong. But the time continues to tick away as Blink tries to find a way back into this objective. They're going to have to fight off Seraph to try to make their way in. The res coming in on Dwang after the pick, and now... we're going to see Deja Vu try to fight this out. First, second, third pick on the objective. Cyber able to follow up on the Sheriff finally. And the only one left near that objective is going to be Beppo. But as we saw before, probably going to end up getting beamed down. Actually just going to go for the hard reset as the objective is captured. 4 minutes remain on the clock as we go ahead and see Deja Vu make their way to objective Bravo. Now remember, folks, they only have to get a single tick on this objective, so it's really going to come down to the placement of ultimates getting ready to come in, which Deja Vu has a mother load coming into this fight. Death Knot coming back in on the Echo, looking to see if they can earn up that duplicate quick to try to prevent them from moving in. And now we got the double shield coming out from Beppo and Kiddo with this Ryan Sigma. Going to provide a lot of staying power, going to allow them to get a lot more brawly. And with Dwang on that Zenyatta, having the Transcendence in the pocket, it's going to help them out. And right now, I'm not exactly for certain what Deja Vu is waiting for. There it goes. They were waiting for the speed boost. Here it goes. Onto the high ground. Shatter coming in huge. And the Blossom from Moray cleans up two. No Transcendence for Dwayne to save the day. The beat ends up getting invested along with the Coalescence. And there it goes. Looking to try to hold on to this. Bob gets booped off the objective. High Noon coming out for Blink as Jorge melts down Bob. Transcendence from Dwayne trying to hold everything together as the Sheriff is back, getting the pick on to Blink, but it's not going to be enough. We see the Graviton Surge come in huge for Cyber as they just melt down everyone and anyone coming out of that objective. And Deja Vu will go ahead and walk away with the victory here on Hanamura. Unfortunately, because of its replay, we don't get to see the fun play of the game. Maybe you all in the chat can let me know what the play of the game was in that. But there's definitely a lot of great plays coming out from that match. I am definitely impressed. It seems that both teams are still kind of figuring themselves out at this point. You know, we were on map 2. I'm not of the series that they ended up playing. And it's really going to take it usually takes some time in the first couple of weeks of the season, especially if you have some new members on the team, either to kick off the rust or to kind of gain that synergy. So I'm not surprised that the fights were kind of slow, that, we saw a lot of kind of back and forth, sticking to comps that maybe weren't working so well, and, switches could have been made earlier. I'm sure you all know this because you all are the players on those teams that are here tonight, I would imagine. So, nevertheless, it was a great match between those two teams. I can't say that it was disappointing, to say the least. I think it was just, they were just still feeling each other out, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So let me go ahead and update scoreboards and whatnot. Because at the end of the day, this isn't going to end up... actually, I don't even know why I'm updating the scoreboard, because it's not going to come out the way that I want it to. Because I'm going to have to change the team names every time anyway. So now we're going to go ahead and head into, I believe I said our next map is King's Row. Everybody's favorite map. I know it's your favorite. You can tell me it's your favorite. If you say it's not your favorite, you'd probably be me. I'm probably the only one that... I wouldn't say... I digress. It's my favorite to play on as well. But, you just get used to casting it so much that it's like, really? I want to see some Blizzard World. I want to see some Numbani. I want to see, all the other hybrid maps that Blizzard put together to be able to... show us, I just want to see him. All right, let me go ahead. I forgot to update the pictures. All this takes a little bit. Normally we don't do this stuff during the stream because it's all one team. There we go. And update. Beautiful. All right, I think we got everybody in here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look in the chat and see who all's here. I see, I know your teammates here. I did see the Sheriff here. Beppo as well. Glad to have you all here. It was Cyber killing everyone during Spuds' first push on B. Yes. Honestly, Cyber was just popping off a lot of the time. The thing I was still surprised about is Cyber's Graviton on point 2 on the SEAL Team Spuds attack. That was still incredibly surprising for me. I did not expect Cyber to survive that, and even without healing, they ended up holding really strong right there. So let's go ahead, make sure I got the right King's Row here. There we go. All right. So let me just a second. There we go. All right, let's pause that for a moment so we can swap on over. So this is Strix versus Jetpack Cats coming in to this next matchup. Now, this was incredibly hard fought by what I heard. What? I know I haven't switched over yet. I'm getting ready to.
Oh, okay.
I was setting up the map. There we go. I got it. I got this part. I got it.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
All right. So this would have been the third map in their series based on how we run things at OWTC. So seeing what's coming in right now, you know, it seems incredibly straightforward. You know, we've got the essential new goats. After the goats meta was kind of taken apart by the 222 roll lock, you know, you got the May Reaper for Thanian Retro. Thor coming out on the Moira, interesting pick with Dae on the Lucio, and then Bowsy and Womp Dump coming in on the Ryan Zarya, of course. And then JPC looking to see if they can lock in some long range with and Joker coming in on the McCree Hanzo. So, also, I think Athena on that BAP going to get a lot of value, especially with that immortality field. And if they're looking to do damage over distance, that garage door is really, really going to help them out. Oh, it sounds like I'm double feeding. Oh, that's not good. I'll have to figure out why that is happening in a little bit. So let's go ahead. Well, actually, I forgot. This is a replay. I can just pause for a moment. All right, so it sounds like I'm double feeding. Right now, it shows that only one mic is active, like no other sound is... Oh, well, you're not getting desktop audio. That would have been nice to know. Pause, champ. I don't know. Does it sound better now? Is it just because I was on my lonesome? Nothing you're saying is repeating or anything, but it just sounds like your mic audio is coming from two sources. I might just be insane. No, you're probably right. Let me look here real quick. I'm gonna rotate through here. I could have...
Also a really weird vibrational noise.
Oh, no, that's the match. Because it's paused, it's repeating the same sound over and over again. No, that's that. I want to say that it's my camera, because for some reason it is picking up audio. So give me a second, and let me see if I can mute that. Let's go into... Should have really gone into studio mode to rotate through all those scenes. Captain Jack, oh my gosh, what are you doing, man? Oh my gosh, I got 19 viewers? PogChamp, nice. Did everybody see the new PogChamp? Oh my gosh, man. This is Snick.
No, it's a lizard.
Oh, is it a lizard? Snick, lizard. It's the same family. This is reptile. Same-ish family. Lizard Pog. I love it though. So let me see here. Oh, so see, this is things that producers would know that I don't know. It doesn't matter that I'm not in studio mode because I can't see the sources for those things because of what's active. So let me see here. Actually, where I need to go is you gotta look behind the scenes. All right, so let's go into here. I don't want audio. Capture audio only. Use custom audio device. There we go. All right. How about now? Sound better? Hopefully, maybe. I switched it so that the audio device is the Yeti, so it's not taking it from my camera, which normally isn't a problem. I haven't had that problem before, but OBS runs a lot different than slobs.
Yep.
So good? We good? No double feeding anymore? All right. So, like I said, folks, gonna be a lot of scuffed NA production tonight, but thank you so much for continuing to stick with me. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's take a look at what we got in this fight right here real quick. So Maywall coming up as Toxic Blade takes to the sky as Zarya. So very interesting position there, Toxic Blade. Do you like this? Literally Zarya in the sky right now. Just flying, just totally vibing right now. I just love pausing these because just look at how detailed. All the shots and whatnot are going on here. It's just beautiful. I love it. Anyways, so they're already taking the objective. What? It was good, but then it went back when you opened the replay. It went back. I'm sorry. I will figure it out. I will figure it out afterwards. I apologize. Triage, thank you so much. I just caught that out of the corner of my eye for rating with a party of 5. We are on map 2 right now of our 4-map series. This is between Strix and JPC on King's Row, so this was technically their 3rd map in the series. So, and I have lots of scuffed production, so don't expect anything super spectacular. All right, let's go ahead and get this on the road. I'll actually go ahead and remove this.
Maybe it has something to do.
I'm thinking it has something to do with my.
Like the overlay, maybe switching between screens.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, I'm still learning the new Broadcast GG package. I'm looking to possibly even just build a simpler overlay so that I'm not using the Broadcast GG package, because really I don't need that kind of detail. I'm not like actually producing. Like, my focus is more on the casting part. So nevertheless, we'll figure it out. Just stick with me. And, feel free to, NA production, scuff production, whatever you want in the chat. It'll be great. Just make it like Norm. All right, so here we go. As we go ahead and see JPC trying to make their way into this objective. And what is going on? There we go. All right, trying to make their way around statue as we see Strix rotating around the Alderworth Hotel. Now seeing the immortality field coming in from Athena, trying to create some space, but it looks like Chu's gonna end up getting sent out by Fanny, but not without taking Womp with them. So now it's a 4v4 on this objective. Retro trying to make their way in, and Bowsy is a Zarya supercharged, trying to use that beam to melt down everything and anyone in their way. That's going to be the first fight over with already a minute off of that clock. Now, the fight engage was really good from JPC, but I think the only issue that we ended up seeing there was just the fact that just the positioning. They weren't able to get picks as they were moving in. The Dragon Strike, though, coming out right there, almost ended up grabbing Fanny, but won't be enough. Ooh, trying to come around with that Deadeye, looking to see if they can get that pick, but oh man, that Graviton Surge is huge. Oh, the beat, the counter shatter, trying to hold it all together. First tick on the objective for JPC as we just see the cleanup coming in clutch. Fanny being the last one to fall. Team kill rings loud and proud as Jetpack Cats take control of the objective with 2 minutes 10 seconds on the clock. Add another 2.5 minutes. And now they're going to have 440 moving into the streets of King's Row. All right. So now we're going to be seeing some interesting positioning. It looks like Strix are going to try to hold this final spot, which I got to be honest with you, is giving up a lot of space. I'm hoping that now that they're grouped up, they're going to use Deja to push back in. Retro already falling half health right there as the pick comes in onto Fanny. Here comes the garage door, trying to create some more space and do that damage over distance that they are looking for. And there they go, just moving their way in. But it looks like they're going to get pincered in. Retro ended up having to use the Wraith to get back to the safety of the team. Not going to be able to get the picks that they were looking to do right there. It's still a 5v6 fight as we almost see JPC just kind of playing with their food right here. Gotta be honest with you, not exactly what I was expecting from that combo. But there we go, Blizzard coming in at clutch, and Strix just moving their way in. Womp laying down the dump as they just go ahead and swing that hammer all the way home. Ooh, and Athena trying to push this in. Joker sitting on that sideline as well. And oh no, the pick's coming in now in JP seed size. Danny holding incredibly close as the Blossom comes out from Retro. Grabs Athena and ooh, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Thor, the only one left near the objective as we go ahead and push into objective number 2. Deja just barely able to push, but it's not gonna, or just barely able to touch, but it's not gonna be enough to stop that. Card is alone. Lucio, 4 minutes now on the clock as they grab objective number 2 and make their way into objective 3. All right. Payload starting to move its way in as we go ahead and see Strix setting up once again. It looks like Danny has opted over to the Hanzo for this fight. That's going to provide a lot of damage over distance that they've been missing. Dragon Strike coming in as well as the beat to try to counter the Coalescence and Graviton Surge coming out. Shatter coming out from Womp doesn't seem to grab the value it's looking for either. And even though they invested the beat, they're just going to pull back. They're going to pull back and get healed up. JPC still living to fight another day, but already 30 seconds off of that time bank. All right, Joker getting in some of those pot shots, looking to see if they can choose shield down, or sorry, taking down Womp shield. Now here comes the garage door. Ooh, falling incredibly low, but gonna get healed up once again. Ends up getting the Deadeye pick onto Thani, and there's a shatter coming out from Chu. Doesn't get anything but shield though, as we head into this 5v6 fight. Dragon Strike now coming out from spawn for Thani, clearing the payload, but just doing that for a couple of seconds is not going to be enough to shut this down. And now Nick, a Lucio unhinged, coming in, able to get that pick onto Thor, and the follow-up with the grab. Dragon is going to go ahead and clear this objective. Bowsy, the only one nearby, ends up getting taken out by the supercharged Toxic Blade. And with 2 minutes 30 seconds on the clock, JPC will grab objective 3 as we head into round 2. Hey, Door. Just don't pay attention to anything that's going on tonight. Oh, man. It shows that I have a lot to learn about the production side. So, like I was saying earlier, the last time that I really sat down and learned about production was when I was the media director over at... what? Oh, nice.
Ready for battle.
The last time I did this was when I was the media director over at what now is OTC Rose. It was the Rose Cup back when I was with them. But you know, obviously the BGG package over the last year has changed quite a bit. You know, I'm absolutely out of practice, and I don't know crap about angling, so I absolutely apologize to everyone for the absolute horrid angles that are coming out in this match. But if you're a producer looking to learn, you're more than welcome to join me. I know that Mr. Booth, as well as many of our other producers at OWTC, are always willing to help educate and grow the next big producers in the field. And you know, you're more than welcome to come on the channel and practice your craft. Oh, ooh. Taking down Womp Dump with that Storm Arrow before they were even able to touch the objective. Dai was using that speed to try to push them in to get aggressive, but unfortunately Womp was all Womp and no shield. Unfortunately. Ore 40 seconds off of that time bank as we go ahead and see them get ready for this next push. The ultimate's coming up pretty quick, even though Ooh got a lot of that damage in. It looks like Chu is in the lead right now when it comes to ult charge, and now the rotation through the Alderworth Hotel, using the Maywalls to try to maze their way in. Joker ending up having to use the Icicle due to being caught a little bit out of position. Womp falling incredibly low, trying to keep that main tank alive. Shatter ends up coming in, getting nothing but shield from Womp as we continue to see this, again, odd rotation out from the side of Strix. They're trying to make their way in. Here it comes. Coalescence. Will that be the thing they need to lock this sucker down? Graviton Surge now coming up from Toxic Blade. Grab Dragon invested, as is the beat. And it's a trade. Retro and Chew grabbing the 1-for-1 as we see the garage door getting popped out from Athena. And it looks like that's the ticket that they are going to need to lock down this objective. Retro trying to use the Wraith to get away. And it looks like they will end up being successful, using the teleport to just barely get over Joker's wall. Now 2 minutes remaining on the time bank as we get ready for their next push. Alright, let's go ahead and see what they got. Graviton Surge getting coupled, or getting countered by the Blizzard. Ends up grabbing 4, and Toxic Blade just melting them all down. Retro was able to get out and tried to use the Blossom, but was unsuccessful. But now with no ultimates in the bank except for the Dragon Strike, JPC is going to have to play a little defensive to see if they can go ahead and pull this back. Minute 10 remaining on the clock as we see Strix getting ready to push in. They got the Shatter. They got the Blizzard. It's going to be more than enough for them to hold on to this. The only thing they got really to counter it is the Immortality Field. Well, and Nick's speed, because it looks like really they just took advantage of that. Once again, Joker caught out of position and right in the arms of Womp's Shatter. Ends up taking him right out of the fight, and the follow-up from Strix is going to be deadly. Team kill ringing loud and proud as within the final seconds of Objective Alpha, they will grab it, unlock that payload, and make their way to the streets. But with only 3 minutes on the clock, they're already going to be putting themselves at a disadvantage. The Maywall coming up for Joker, trying to isolate some of Strix, but it's not going to be enough. Aiden, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Everyone, please, it is super scuffed tonight. I am learning so much. I apologize for how bad this is. Nano coming in, though, onto Womp, and the tackle from Chew. Gonna go ahead and send them right into the back line, but it's not gonna be enough to take them out. Graviton gets traded with the Blizzard, and it's a 1-for-1. Athena and Retro able to find those picks, but now it is a 5v5, but the spawn is definitely in the advantage of Strix. But with Thor getting taken out of that fight, it's not going to be enough for them to continue to hold on. They're going to go ahead and pull back with 2 minutes remaining on the clock. All right. I don't know what you're eyeing because I really can't pay attention to the chat as much as I would like to. I'm essentially doing everyone's job, and I didn't realize how much. I really should have realized how much this is going to be for one person to do. All right. Oh, Graviton Surge coming up huge. The Dragon Strike coming in as well. Able to take Womp out of the fight, but Danny gets the pick on to Nick, and ooh, taking down Danny in return, proving to be the one true Hanzo main. Oh, Blossom coming out from Retro, able to pick off Athena, and whoa, that's gonna be it. Bowsy getting supercharged after that fight, just gonna mow every member down remaining of JPC. Dai being the last one to fall for Strix, but on that, Lucio gonna be able to get back into the fight rather quickly. Less than a minute remaining on the clock as we head into final fight territory. Oh, huge Graviton coming in, and the Dragon Strike with the Fire Strike taking down the Immortality. Strix ringing that team kill bell, grabbing objective 2 and making their way into that final objective with 2 minutes on the clock. Wow! That was an immense amount of damage right there. And folks, if you're in gold plat like me, that's how you learn that Ryan be swinging into those grabs. Not tackling, but that's a fat shatter. Coming out right there. Immortality Field coming up. Azu tries to hold on, grabs Retro, but the trade comes in onto Chew. And now we're headed into this final area. Ooh, throwing out the Dragon Strike, able to grab Fanny and Womp Tomp, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Well, actually, I'm wrong. It looks like it will be enough. That 3v2 fight not going to be able to hold on. And it looks like we'll see the rest of Strix go ahead and retreat again. In this final minute, Strix needs to make their way into this objective and see if they can lock this down. All right, 45 seconds remaining on the clock. Joker coming down with the big blizzard, but the beat gets invested as well. Dae getting bubbled, trying to get away, but Toxic Blitz, nope, I'm not going to allow that to happen. Bowsy coming in, supercharged after that, grabs the double kill as Danny looking to get those follow-ups, and a big old punch right to Oo's face. Is going to lock down objective 3. Not a team kill, but will grab that final objective. Put a minute back on that time bank for Strix as we head into round 3. All right, the advantage really is going to JPC right here. They have the extra time on the clock. The defense that they held was incredible. They were essentially able to run down that time bank over and over and over again against Strix to put them into those butt cheek clenching scenarios. But Strix, on the other hand, was just holding strong. It's like, you can throw everything you want at us, but we will grab this objective. It is going to happen, folks. So it's going to be interesting. I have not seen any of these VODs ahead of time, folks. And I made sure not to look at the scores other than for what I needed to know for my predictions this week, which came up absolute crap. So, so nevertheless, I do know how this all ends up turning out, but I don't know how any of these matches ended up going. I just know it was an absolute barn burner. But it looks like Joker looking to stay on that Mei, Ooh, on that Hanzo. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think it's going to work out well for them. And it looks like Fanny and Retro going to stick on that Mei Reaper as well. Again, ain't broke, don't fix it. It's all going to be about getting those initial picks. And ooh, going to get that first pick onto Fanny and essentially just lock it down. That's it. They're going to go ahead and pull back. They know if they lose any more members, they're going to get staggered out. So Strix just planning it out, playing the slow game. They ain't got a lot of time to make that slow game work. Chew coming up on that shatter. It's got to be fat. It's got to be big. Let's go ahead and see it. We see the speed coming in through the Aldersworth as everybody falling low right there. Retro getting the fire strike as a shatter comes in huge. Chew just cleaning it up. Team kill, 2 seconds on the clock. That's it. It's all done and over, folks. 3 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock for Jetpack Cats to try to turn this sucker around as we head into our final round.
Initiating match.
All right. Yeah, so Door, I have no idea. I'm doing these kind of out of order, so I have no idea what the actual score was at this point. I'm guessing if the members from the teams are in here, this is map 3, so it's either 2-0 or it's 1-1. It was 2-0. 2-0 in favor of Strix. Okay, so this is the beep beep. JPC looking to turn the sucker around. All right. So let's go ahead and see. Well, I guess now we kind of know how it turns out, I suppose. But nevertheless, we got to see. Can Strix take it to those final moments? I really feel like they have the ability to do so. Fanny opting for the Symmetra right here. Really good strategy right there. Just for the fact that you can use that teleporter to get people back from spawn quicker. The question is, though, is that going to be enough? Because you know that JPC is going to be looking for it. As soon as they see that Symmetra, they know that teleporter is going to be up and somebody's going to be looking for it. And it's really going to end up coming down. Dwayne, thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate you supporting me and my channel. And Womp able to get that first fire strike in, taking down Joker with the follow-up from Fanny. And I think that's going to be enough for them to go ahead and lock this down. Already 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining on the clock, but I gotta say, JPC got plenty of time. Honestly, if they just want to wait until they build up all the ultimates, make it a battle of the Qs, JPC's been doing a really good job with those Q battles, folks. So I would not put it past me to see if they try to make that work. But we've got it going once again. The Alderworth again being the transition point, but no! Retro's like, no. You don't get to pull Strix. No, you don't get to do it. And there it goes. Bing bong. Team kill ringing out loud and proud as we just go ahead and see Strix melt them all down. It's a shame. You know, they tried to pull off the same strat and Strix was like, nah. We got that. You can't do that to us. That's our thing. All right. Well, it's gonna come down to JPC trying to see if they can take it here on the objective. I mean, without the Dragon Strike, they do have a little bit of an advantage. Dragon Strike now coming out. Oh, it's just looking to separate the point. Already up to that 0.5%, but now comes out Fanny with that Symmetra Wall. Immortality Field trying to hold both teams up as Deja able to take down Athena. So now we're going to see that big old beam and the garage door coming out. Shatter from Chu, not finding the value it's looking for, but still Deja invests the beat to make sure that everybody stays up. And it looks like with 60 seconds on the clock, JPC is headed back to spawn one more time. Bing bong. All right, lots of ultimates coming out right there. It's a battle of the Grav Deadeye versus the Grav Shatter. Let's see how they make this work. High Noon coming out, looking to see if they can shut this down. Oh! Getting the double kill right there with the Deadeye. That's exactly what they needed. That's the window that needed to be open. And that's it, folks. Retro trying to touch the objective, but gets taken out in the air. And JPC walks away with the victory here on King's Row. All right. Woo! All right, that was a spicy matchup there, folks. I gotta say, both teams, obviously, the score does not do this justice. It was incredibly well held by both teams right there. It worked out. Honestly, those booty cheek clenching times really came out for either side. You know, JPC was able to take it all the way with not so much of that, but Strix just holding on every single fight. In that last fight, just able to turn things around in the blink of an eye and being able to take that point was what made that match so exciting to watch for me. I'm going to go ahead and throw us to a quick break. I'm going to add some music that you can thank Biscuit. Thank you so much, Biscuit, for making a little theme song music for my channel. Gonna be back in about 5 minutes or so. I gotta get some more water, let my voice rest a bit, and we'll be back with some more Overwatch action. Stay tuned. that's typically what this scene is for, though. That's typically what is the scene. All right, good evening, gamers. Welcome back. First off, let me tell you, I looked in the chat, and I gotta say, if I knew this is what would help my channel grow, I would have done it sooner. I'm just saying, y'all beautiful people. I'm literally almost in tears just looking at the numbers tonight. Just absolutely huge. So first off, thank you so much for coming and watching. I know that tonight has been absolutely scuffed, and I've got kind of some ideas on how to make it better moving forward. First thing is me not producing. So I think what I might do is see if I can, get some producer friends of mine that kind of want to practice and do some, either come do this live with me or record videos ahead of time of them, going through the map and the transitions and whatnot, and then I can just implement those into the scene so that we can watch them together. So either way, just some ideas rolling around in my head. If there are any other ways that y'all are thinking of, please blow it up in the chat. I'm gonna watch the VOD later so that I can see all your amazing comments, or see you ragging on how absolutely horrid my camera angles are, or how much this is scuffed. I wanted to ask, is there any double feeding anymore? I realized that originally I had put my camera in two positions. It was in this host spot, and then it was also in caster 1. So I don't know if that changed anything. Okay. Yeah, that's true. The odds of me getting a regular producer are slim. I know. That's why I think my goal is to try to get people that are kind of up and coming, that are learning, and that kind of want to be able to practice their stuff. So I may not necessarily look in OWTC. I might look in like Broadcast GG or Elo Hell for like producers that are like, hey, I'm just looking for opportunities to try to, learn the craft or whatever, or, this, that, or the other thing. And, like I said on Twitter, if you're wanting to learn how to cast, I'm more than happy to let you on here as well. We'll do the whole camera thing. We'll do the whole duo stick. I can analyze relatively well. I can at least hold a good conversation. So so whichever role that you want to do, we can definitely rotate through. If you have a duo partner that you'd like to practice with, I have no problem stepping back and allowing you to do so. What? Oh. Do it. Do it. I believe. I believe, Thor. Bring it on in. Bring it on in. I would love to see it. I've seen a lot of people during the recent Tranquility cast saying, you know, I would love to start casting, and it's like, well, then do it. I mean, I got started, you know, I say this all the time, and probably all of you have heard it by now, but, you know, 3 years ago now, surprised me too. I didn't realize it was 3 years ago at this point. I started in a small community that asked if people wanted to do commentary, and I had no clue what I was doing. You know, I grew up a singer and an actor, so I got the lungs, I got the pipes. Obviously, you know, if you haven't seen the video on YouTube, I suggest you go see it, because, you know, I know not how to not breathe. I also know that's bad now. Dor taught me that that's bad, and I won't do that anymore unless absolutely not necessary. So, maybe the fun, good old times when I know that people are going to be looking for it, I'll maybe hog the spotlight just a little bit. But nevertheless, you know, I've learned a lot. I want to say thank you to everyone in this community and communities that I've been a part of in the past, although things in previous communities haven't shaken out so well for me. You know, a lot of drama, a lot of issues, you know, reasons I kind of had to move on. You know, I gotta say that I'm thankful for where I am now. You know, every step that I took led me to Trank. And here I've been able to grow and flourish, and, you know, now I'm still kind of beside myself that in the near future I'll be casting on a Monkey Bubble stream, and that is, wow. Like I get that it's not like big leagues, but to me it's big, because in the beginning this was just a hobby. This is something I did for fun, but as my depression got worse and worse, it impacted my work, it impacted my schooling, and then, you know, the disease that, or the virus that must not be named, came in 2020, and then 2020 came, and, you know, that all just got worse. And so every ounce of energy I've poured into casting and Tranquility, and it's great to see that come back. So thank you so much for all the support that you've given me, and the space to learn and grow. And why am I getting so sappy? We got some Overwatch to get to, guys. All right, let's get into this. All right, so our first two matches came up absolutely huge. You know, we saw SEAL Team Spuds and Deja Vu going at it on Hanamura. It seemed like both teams were kind of figuring each other out. But I'll tell you what, this last match... What? Try lengthening your pauses by just a little bit to separate different ideas, phrases a little more clearly. All right. Aw, thank you so much, Dor. I will definitely try. I think more so tonight, I'm just nervous and trying to fill airtime than I am actually focused on trying to improve. So I appreciate the guidance. But that first map was absolutely interesting, I would say. It seemed like SEAL Team Spuds and Deja Vu were kind of figuring each other out still. I'm not for certain how the first map went. I didn't see it. So, you know, I'm really interested to see this next one, because we headed to Junkertown. So let me go ahead and cue that one up. Dude, I love that. I love doing that. It puts a smile on my face every time I do it. Just absolutely love it. And if it drives you crazy, well, I apologize. So let's go ahead and head on into Junkertown. This was the final map of their series, so let me go ahead. I gotta do the producing things in the match, and let's change it to the Deja Vu. And switching the things with the things. I paused it. What the heck?
No.
Apparently did not pause it. There we go. Now it's paused. Ready for battle. Alright, so let me just go ahead and update this with SEAL Team Spuds. Alright. Oh yeah, and I didn't talk about that because, you know, I was getting emotional there. Yeah, the JPC versus Strix match was absolutely huge. You know, that really came down to the wire for both teams. Strix more so than JPC, but JPC had a hard time getting a hold on that final objective. If it didn't come down to the Deadeye that came out kind of in those last moments, and which was great, that the McCree was so far separated from the rest of the team because they ended up getting grabbed during that. It, you know, it just paid out in dividends, you know, and we saw some of that. You know, the zoning, super important as the McCree. I know that some people may complain that McCree doesn't get any Deadeye kills anymore, which I would tell you it depends on what level of Overwatch you're watching. There we go. Got it all switched up once again. Let's go ahead. Nope, that's map pool in game. There we go. Oh, we got, well, yeah. Doesn't matter if we update that one. All right. So let's get into the action once again as we head to SEAL Team Spuds versus Deja Vu. Deja Vu going to be taking the defense. Thankfully, y'all already thought of me and that I wouldn't have to switch any sides during all of this. And it looks like they're coming out with the double bubble again. We actually saw this a lot from SEAL Team Spuds during the fight on Hanamura. And so to see this now coming out for Deja Vu, I gotta say, is going to be really interesting. So, obviously, they have the room to work. You know, you got, excuse me, you got Blink on that Widow, which is funny because you'd think that they'd be on the Tracer with a name like Blink, but nevertheless, those long sight lines are going to pay off in dividends if they can get those headshots. But Seraph the Sheriff, as always, on that double sniper with Death Knot, going to work out really well for them as well if they can get those picks. So let's go ahead and move right into the objective. Seraph Ore getting that first pick. On to Blink in the back line. Sand trying to hold on that Brig, but gets a rock straight to the shield and just gets decimated by Kiddo. With this 4v6 fight, it looks like that's going to be all she wrote right there for Deja Vu as SEAL Team Spuds make their way to Objective 1. Oh. What? Battle Cattle. Heck yeah, Rissa's back to the meta, baby! Alright, here we come. Eclipse diving into the action, using the shield just at the right time, but the damage was already done. Seraph with the double kill, getting the picks onto Blink and Chiller, as we see the picks just continuing to come in for SEAL Team Spuds. This double shield working out incredibly well for them, and it looks like we're already seeing the swap very good for the side of Deja Vu to swap over to that Sigma. All right, Payload's making its way around the corner. Sigma Hog now. It looks like Cyber is going to go ahead and swap over as well. Let's go ahead and see if those tanks will pay off in dividends. But already, Seraph now opting for the Ash. I didn't even see that swap as well. And we already know that Seraph is going to get those picks. Double kill coming in. And now the Bongos coming out for Beppo as they make their way around the corner. The healing coming in, though, from Sand, trying to keep them and Chiller up. But I don't think it's going to be enough for them to hold on to this. They're rotating onto the high ground now as SEAL Team Spuds just seem to be an absolute fury right now. Cyber trying to get in and touch, but Kiddo with that rock is just going to go ahead and send them back to the grave. Blink trying to hold on. That's not going to be enough. 5 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock as they make their way into Objective 3. Alright. Payload making its way forward really at a furious pace because it's pretty much had 4 people on it the entire time. And it's making its way around the corner. Kiddo falling incredibly low, using the kinetic grasp to try to go ahead and hold on, and will be successful in getting back to the safety of the team. Now we're going to go ahead and see the Dragon Strike coming out, getting countered by the Transcendence. As Eclipse grabs the Nano, heading into the objective. Gravitic Flux from Kiddo gets traded with Cyber on that whole hog. It's enough to push them back, but only get the pick onto Death Knot, who's brought right back into that fight. And I think the picks are just going to continue to come in huge. Once again, Beppo with the bongos, playing a beautiful little tune for SEAL Team Spuds as they make their way around the corner. 4 minutes, I missed it. 4 minutes, 20, almost 20 seconds on the clock, but no. There we go. I was like, SEAL Team Spuds, don't do this. Don't do this to yourself, man. Alright, Gravitic Flux coming out now. Ends up only grabbing Beppo, but that Fortify gonna bring them straight back to the ground. Pulse Bomb ends up taking down the Immortality Field as Seraph gets rezzed back into the fight. Now Cyber coming out on the Rhine, this double shield trying to provide some value as Bob's just picking away at them in the back line. Death not able to get that pick onto Blink as the Dragon Strike comes out from Jorge, again falling incredibly low, but I think SEAL Team Spuds are going to try to hold this together. Oh, they missed the Seraph Dynamite in the back line, ends up grabbing Sand and does a lot of damage to Eclipse. The only healer left on the objective is Chiller, but the picks just keep coming in for Deja Vu. They are truly pulling around the corner, drifting, if you will, into success of locking down this objective. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining on the clock as we wait for SEAL Team Spuds' next push. Alright, here we go. One more time as SEAL Team Spuds go ahead and try to make their way back into the payload. The high ground, though, being held by Deja Vu, making it a little bit difficult. Gravitic Flux coming out from Kiddo, grabs Cyber, as well as taking down Jorge as they land. That's going to be enough for them to continue to hold on to this objective, but Eclipse giving everything they got, as well as Sans Nano, to try to stay up, but Death Knot just living up to their name, sending them back to the grave. Final fight territory as we see 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. The garage door comes out and the Shatter puts Bob in their place as we see the Transcendence from Chiller trying to hold everything together. Dragon Strikes getting traded. The Gravitic Flux coming out. Beppo not having that Fortify takes a lot of damage, but your teammate is indeed there to save the day. 1 minute, 56 seconds remaining on the clock as SEAL Team Spuds grab objective 3.
To 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Yep, we were actually talking about that, Caden. I don't know if you were here when I was saying it, but I'm thinking of, to make it a little easier on myself, getting some newbie producers to record VODs ahead of time, or either that or join me so that they can practice the craft live and they have the VODs to be able to kind of go back and look at it and kind of see in practice what the casters are looking at. So some options there, but again, you gotta find the people as I fly my way back to the first objective. Now it's gonna be Deja Vu's time to see if they can been to a place that they've never been before, or have been before. I don't know. It seems so similar to me. As I try incredibly badly to make a deja vu joke. Alright, let's get into this. Double shield once again coming out for the side of SEAL Team Spuds. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Beppo and Kiddo doing incredible swapping out those shields. The gravitic fluxes, the bongos have been huge. But now, Blink going on that tracer with Jorge on the Hanzo. I gotta say, I know it's Discord tier. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't see the Bastion. I'm just saying, I'm a little upset. If you're gonna run double shield, you might as well run the big old damage dealer. Just saying, but I know those off angles are a huge value, so let's go ahead and see. Right now, not a pick to be had. As I say that, Jorge able to get that pick onto Seraph, so it's a 5v6 fight. Looking to see if they can lock down this payload. Blink ends up getting rocked out going into the back line, but the recall is going to save the day. Shields going up as Eclipse trying to push their way in, and the strike coming in from Jorge shuts down Beppo, and the rest of SEAL Team Spuds will fall. 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining on the clock as they push in to Objective 2. I'm also realizing I'm gonna have to, when I do this again, I have to remember that this is not me running a stream. Whereas, like, if I'm playing a video game, I am talking all the time. I have to be like, okay, this is when the play-by-play talks. This is when I hand it over, as Dor was pointing out earlier. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this happen. The Pulse Bomb ends up coming out onto Beppo. Dragon Strike getting traded as well. Doesn't grab value other than space, which is incredibly important, but might not be exactly what Deja Vu was looking at. Now the garage door getting popped out from Sand, looking to grab that value. Gravitic Flux grabbing two, but the Transcendence comes in from Chiller to save the day. Cyber popping in the bongos as well, and those picks coming in. Blink and Sand just putting sand in the SEAL Team Spuds' eyes, grabbing Objective 2 and starting Objective 3 with 10 seconds more than they had going into Objective 2. Alright, Kiddo holding that high ground, ends up missing the rock onto Jorge, but does take control of it just long enough, and Seraph ends up paying off those dividends by taking Jorge out of the fight. So it's already a 5v6 as the Bob gets sent into the back line, just damaging from all directions. But due to positioning, they're actually in a great deal of protection until they rotated like that. Immortality field goes down, and there it goes. Death Knot with that double kill, gonna go ahead and lock down that objective, but there is lots of time left to be spent here on point 3. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remain. Alright, it looks like we're just waiting to see Deja Vu prepare to wade in. I know what they're waiting for. 420, nice! There they go, getting ready to push right in. Trying to make their way to the high ground to see if they can take control. Blink using the recall to get back, but the Dragon Strike coming in zones them out for just a moment. Now we're going to see the garage door get opened up. That Am Matrix ends up just getting abandoned. Doesn't get the value that it's looking for as Deja Vu drops to the low ground. And now it's going to be a battle of the Rhymes right here. Gravitic Flux, though, coming up huge. 3, man, Gravitic with Death Knot on the cleanup for Sand. That's going to be a shutdown of the objective once again. Team kill ringing loud and proud as SEAL Team Spuds shave another minute off that time bank. Worried, so I'm gonna check. Okay, we're actually in the map, thank God. Totally done that before too. All the NA production moves, I've done them all. I've done them all and then some. Alright, Blink looking to make their way into that back line, really trying to see if they can get some value. And the one that they are looking to probably gain the most value from is Beppo. And Beppo is the only one really holding the cart. Everybody's dropping down, and here comes Bob. Bob's going to go ahead and halt out that objective, but only for a couple of moments. Gets absolutely melted by Cyber's bongos, and the damage coming in from Deja Vu. Shatter coming out, ends up grabbing one as Kiddo gets the follow-up onto Foreign Chiller, and Sans out of the fight too. No healers for the side of Deja Vu, but the payload still keeps making its way forward. Ore able to grab that pick onto Kiddo as Cyber and Blink get some follow-up kills as well. Death Knot able to take down Blink, but now it's really gonna be the stagger coming out from the SEAL Team Spuds. They're trying to see if they can tie this up as much as possible. Oh, if the Gravitic Flux had come out a second sooner, they would have been able to hold that off just a little bit more, but Deja Vu drifts their way into Objective 3 with only about math 12 seconds above the time bank of SEAL Team Spuds. Not bad. Not bad. All right, folks. Round 3, here we go. SEAL Team Spuds going back on the attack. There we go. Actually, this would be a faster way to get to spawn. There we go. I remember how to do the numbers things. There we go. So, I gotta say, folks, everyone was really excited that Dive came back. And then they buffed the horse. They buffed the horse, folks. Cowmom lives and rides again. And I gotta tell you, as someone who loves playing Orisa, I cannot be happier. I cannot be happier. Alright, double shield coming out for either side. This is something we've continued to see over and over again, but Seraph opting for the Widow this time around. Looking to click those heads. You know, that shield goes down and boom! Immediately taking advantage of that. Let's see if they can make that happen. Beppo shield. Ore going down to the damage of Jorge as they round the corner, looking to see if they can get that hold off the high ground. Gonna be unsuccessful, but Eclipse gonna drop down regardless, and Blink grabs Seraph in the backline. It's a 5v6 fight right now, with already a minute 30 remaining on the clock. A Rare able to get that pick onto Cyber, getting a good trade in there, but ends up falling to Blink again in that back line. And there we go. We're seeing the swap of Seraph over to that McCree. There had to be a stun in that back line to take Blink out of that fight, and now they've got it on lock. A minute remaining on the clock. Now remember, folks, even if they push this directly from point 1 to point 2 to point 3, overtime is going to trigger here eventually. They are going to have to find a way to essentially keep Deja Vu from trying to touch this objective, and it looks like it's working out incredibly well for them already. Falling low, Seraph able to get that pick onto Born Chiller as Beppo takes out that immortality field. And as the bodies start to drop, we will see Objective 1 captured as SEAL Team Spuds make their way into Objective 2. Now the big problem they're going to have to deal with now is Blink in that backline. You know, Seraph is going to be coming in from spawn rather quickly. But with the pulse bomb on the line, your teammate is indeed going to have to be carrying the team on their back. That immortality field has got to be clutch. Or Kiddo with that heat. Either one. Doesn't matter. There we go. Immortality field. Ore coming out as the Ant Matrixes get fed out from either side. Oh, no! Seraph rolling into the team. No! That is not what you wanted, Seraph. But Kiddo with the Gravitic Flux ends up grabbing Born Chiller, so they're not going to have the Transcendence like we see coming out from Rare to hold everything together, and the picks just keep coming in. Your teammate and Rare Jorge able to get that trade, but I think the damage is already done at this point. Overtime ticking away. Steel Team Spuds can't get off that objective. Will they be able to push into this before Blink is able to touch? And I think they're going to give it up. I think Blink's going to go ahead and head on back to the safety of the team. The overtime's going to continue to tick away. Steel Team Spud's going to regroup and get ready for this next fight. Seraph with the roll champ. You know, as a McCree, you can roll in many directions. You just picked the wrong one, buddy. It happens. It happens. Bongo's coming out as we see Blink trying to get that value in the back line. Gonna take some incredibly low, but not get the value that they were looking for. Have to use the recall to get back to the team, or at least get back in that back line where they are safe. Overtime is still going. It's still ticking away, and Eclipse is back in the fight, looking to see if they can hold everything together. Here it comes, Cyber out with the Bongos, but the Deadeye to try and counter Dragon Strike and Transcendence. It's a battle of the Qs, folks, but somebody's got to be on that payload. Seal Team Spuds cannot give it up, and Garage Door now coming out, and Matrix looking to get those picks, and there it is. Kiddo able to take down Eclipse. Gravitic Flux coming up. Sand on the upswing. Born Chiller on the downswing. And Cyber's going to fall at the end. The overtime continuing to tick away, and Seal Team Spuds are not ready to give up this objective. We're heading into the final meters. Let's see if that pick comes in huge. Transcendence getting popped out from Rare as we see now. The dive coming in. Eclipse on the monkey, Cyber on the ball, but the picks continue to come in. Kiddo falling incredibly low, but the immortality fuel from your teammate is clutch. Seraph the Sheriff living up to the name on the McCree. Triple kill, quadruple kill, team kill, ringing out loud and proud. And Seal Team Spuds lock down Objective 3 once again, bringing us 6-3 as we head into round 4.
Switching sides. Initiating match.
Wow. Oh, sorry. It happens. I get passionate sometimes, babe. Jeez. Have you never heard me cast before? I don't care. Most of the time I'm done by 10. So... all right. Heading back in one more time. Oh, I can do this. One. Nope, that's not the button. There we go. All right. So, double shield coming out again, but I gotta tell you, this double shield that is being run by Deja Vu is smart. All right, you get the extra shield with the Rhine, but the issue is that Rhine is essentially a bullet sponge in this scenario unless they can get close enough. And that's the big issue here, is that everybody else has got a ranged attack except for Eclipse. And that's, I really feel like that's going to be the hard swing right here. I think that's going to be what ends up taking him down. But I guess it's smart when you're on the attack because, you know, they got to get close to that payload. But if they melt your shield before that, you know what? I'm just going to go back and forth on this. I really don't know what to feel. And Death, oh! With that pick onto Blink, just almost before they were about to recall. Boom! Right between the eyes. Beautiful. Alright, the payload's making its way past the first point choke. As we see the barriers going down on either side, the trades are coming in huge right now, but remember, spawn advantage still going to Deja Vu. They can get to this first objective relatively easy if they can get those picks in, but right now they're just having a hard time getting around this choke point. Usually you see it held at the bridge, but honestly, the angles that they got here are just working out for Seal Team Spuds. Your teammate able to grab Jorge out of position just for a few seconds, and Blink on that high ground trying to see if they can grab some value as well. Spawn Chiller and Blink falling at the end of that fight, but with only a minute remaining on the clock, Deja Vu is going to have to pull out some super strats to take this first point. If Blizzard didn't make Zen a flanker, they should have gave him footsteps. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right, fam. Dragon Strike looking to see if they can counter the Ant Matrix. Oh, big pick from Sand. Ends up taking down Seraph before the Deadeye gets popped. And Kiddo using the Gravitic Flux to take down Ore ties it up 3 to 4, or sorry, 3 to 3, or 4 to 4. Man, I cannot count. But SEAL Team Spuds, they don't touch the objective, so objective 1 is captured, but overtime is now in effect. Deja Vu have to continue to hold on to this objective and see if they can get it through these final 2 points. They'll get a minute back on the clock, as will SEAL Team Spuds. So really, it's anyone's game right now. It's really going to be up to SEAL Team Spuds to make sure that all those cooldowns are not available and that big ol' Sigma 9 comes into play. Or, you know, maybe just click Warheads for it. Dragon Strike coming in as Blink gets a pick onto Rare. It is now a 3v6 fight as they continue to push that payload furiously into objective number 2. Seraph able to get a couple of trades in, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. Kiddo is the lone survivor of the Taters, and I think that's going to be it. Objective 2 is captured as overtime continues to tick away. Alright, you see Blink already in position, looking to see if they can get those picks on the high ground. They know that Seraph and Death Knot have been using that to their advantage, but it looks like SEAL Team Spuds, they're ready. That Gravitic Flux, that Bongo getting ready to come out. Rare swapping over to the Mercy. Interesting pick, but I understand. Gotta have those reses on lock. Bongo's coming out from Cyber, but here it is. The Gravitic Flux grabs the entire team except for Cyber, and the rest end up falling like dominoes. SEAL Team Spuds take away the victory here on Junkertown. All right. Wow. Holy goodness. I gotta say, like, it was really hot and heavy the first 2 rounds, but then, I don't know if you noticed, but it was just kind of methodical after that. Like, until the end of point 3, when Deja Vu was trying to regain control of the objective and the feed was coming in. Other than that, it just kind of seemed like a symphony, if you will. It was very well paced. Every pick came in exactly when it needed to. It didn't seem like there was like a really big fight happening. Everyone just kind of flew away. It was really interesting to watch that happen. I was really surprised, because you would think that you would want to be more aggressive when you don't have time on the clock, but obviously I'm a big dum-dum. So, you know, the methodicalness of both SEAL Team Spuds and Deja Vu, just really knowing that the payload is where we need to be. We cannot go anywhere else, especially after overtime ticked in. So, you know, using any bit of cover that they could get. You know, I feel I was seeing a lot of the transitioning between members of the team. So if one fell low, they would fall back and somebody else would take their spot, typically between the tanks. But you saw that a little bit between the DPS and supports being like, okay, I can touch the objective for a little bit so that you can get healed up. And then, you know, the trades just kept happening. So it was really great to see that. Like, you don't see those methodical pushes very often. It just gets crazy and then I don't breathe. So that was nice. Dunkin' Donuts, not Spawn. All right. Final map heading back to Strix versus JPC. So blow it up in the chat, folks. We already know how it ended up going down in the end, but man, it's gotta be a barn burner of a match. I gotta believe that. So let me know who you think is gonna come out on top for this one as we head into Busan after I switch everything over, because I don't have an easy way of doing this yet. I think next time I'll just set up multiple scenes. That'd be big brain. Big brain right there. And I almost put the wrong logo in the wrong spot. Alright. Alright. What's going on in the chat there, babe? I've seen something about a tardigrade. Nice. You know, tardigrades can essentially survive everywhere. Space, deep ocean. Tardigrades are the best because they essentially take a nap when they don't have the energy to do anything else.
Oh my god, it's me.
What?
I said, oh my god, it's me.
I mean, I would assume that it's almost everyone in quarantine at this point. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Blue Skidoo. We can. 2. Beautiful. Alright. We got that updated. Let's get the bracket updated as well. There we go. And we update the bracket. For context, a tardigrade is a microscopic 8-legged thingy that's gone to space. That's what we need. Next, Blizzard, please. If you're out there, if you're hearing me, Orisa needs a tardigrade skin. That's it. That's all I need to say. All right. I have not been noticing these follows because I unfortunately don't have my usually my Streamlabs has all the notification stuff set up. So let me go through here real quick before we go through the last one. Let's start. Your teammate, Laggy Sun, Seraph, Beppo, Shady, Thor, Triage, Cosmic Joker, Dae, Keith, Mayathi, I hope I said that right, Lexi, Rare, and Retro.
Y'all are grounded.
No, shut up! No! Welcome to the family. Glad to have you here. I'm sorry that you don't get my awesome, great Scott Pilgrim guitar strumming emote notification. I'm sorry.
You're grounded.
We'll get it. I'm grounded. This is so scuffed. All right. So final map. Let's go ahead and end this off with a bang. Hashtag you're grounded. I mean, honestly, aren't we all grounded right now? We're all grounded right now.
Now traveling to Busan. Ready for battle.
All right. We are indeed ready for battle as we head into the final map. So, once again, this is Strix versus Jetpack Cats on map 5 of Busan. Looks like you're going to have to go. Looks like Beeb Jack is awake. Kids. I love kids. All right. Did I do the transition thing? No, I did not. Glad I looked again. All right. Let's go. Yeah, probably. All right. So let's go ahead and start things off. We are at Busan downtown. Great capture of the flag map. Absolutely love it. Play Lucio. Wall ride that back wall. Absolutely beautiful. You got a team that can block your way. It's like it's essentially like playing football. If you grab the enemy, the football in the enemy spawn, and then your linebackers essentially block the enemy from touching you as you run back to your own goal. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I don't know sports ball, so ignore all that. All right, let's get into it. This is the final match between Strix and JPC. You see the dive coming out from JPC. The Ryan Zarya once again, just similar that we saw to King's Row from Strix. And I feel like it's going to pay off in dividends here. There's a lot of high ground to be utilized by JPC, but you gotta get on that objective. Strix already taking control as they are literally in this square. They are barely pushing outside this line, and Deja on that Moira, able to get the pick on Joker. Joker not able to get a single hack during that time, and it looks like now they have come out of their shell. They've got the objective, and now they're just going to go ahead and run them down. Retro and Bowsy get their picks, and now it looks like JPC are going to have to retreat back to safety or meet the end of Womp Domp's hammer. 30% in climbing for Strix. Next fight getting ready to get underway as we see Chu and Toxic Blade opting over to the Ryan Zarya as well. Now with the Coalescence coming in, Nick looking to grab some value, but huge Graviton Surge with the Gravitic Flux going through it. Deja able to grab Nick, because unfortunately when you Gravitic, or oh my gosh, Coalescence, why am I saying Gravitic Flux? Goodness gracious. 60% in climbing right now as the fight continues on. Womp Domp just swinging away with that hammer. Chu trying to stay up, but just getting taken incredibly low. EMP 6, man, it is huge. As we go ahead and see the beat getting invested from Jimbo, trying to save the day. Shatter grabs Nick, and yo, Jimbo with the double. No way! No way! They turn it around! Strix turn it around! What? Oh my goodness. The follow-up just wasn't fast enough from JPC. They're going to pay for it dearly because we're into final fight territory. Overtime ticking away right now as we see the Blizzard now coming in from Retro. Ends up falling onto Chu, but they will survive thanks to the Zarya bubble, but not for long. Fanny, Retro, Bowsy, and Womp just lighting up the kill feed right now, and overtime's gonna tick away in an absolute Chad fashion. Strix locks out JPC of the objective, bringing us 1-0 on Busan. Oh, what? I have an echo again? I thought I fixed that. I'm sorry, folks. I'm gonna have to go back and figure it out. I'm not for certain what it is about this scene that's causing that, because when I look at my audio settings, there's no additional audio. It's just my mic and the audio from my computer. That's it. So I'll have to dig deep. I'll have to dig into the broadcast GG package. Maybe there's something I'm missing. So I apologize. I'll get it figured out. All right. Map 2, we're heading into the mecha base as we go ahead and see both teams meeting here on the high ground. Immortality field coming out. Bowsy melting it down quickly. Womp Domp falling low, but gonna go ahead and pull back as Yoon in the fight now on that Reaper, grabbing the double kill there onto Fanny and Womp with a 4v6 fight. It's not going to be much Strix can do to hold on to this objective. Yoon grabbing that third kill as we go ahead and see JPC take control of this objective. All right. Ultimate's already online for other side, at every side. Nick coming out with the Amp Matrix and ending up having to abandon it because Strix is like, you know what, I feel like that today. Shatter coming out from Womp Domp, but due to the boop from Black Deba, it's not. It ends up getting nothing but shield, giving Chu precious time to put that shield up and block it. And that was just an absolute cleanup right there. 38% and climbing for JPC. Alright, next fight underway. As we see Fanny and Womp trying to make some space, trying to see if they can make their way in here. Immortality Field Ore coming out, and the Blizzard getting invested by Joker, but it's all about line of sight, folks. Yoon in the back line, grabbing the quad kill. Team kill rings out loud and proud as the Jetpack Cats just absolutely pulling a reversal on Strix right now. Alright, Strix is like, you know what? If you want to fight us up there, nope. We're going to go ahead and just take the objective from you. 86% as the Graviton Surge comes out from either side, beat invested by Black as we see them try to gain this objective back in their favor. Black sending Fanny right over the side, and without that Reaper damage, it's going to be really hard for them to hold on to this, but the Feed Fest might be what Strix needs here, but Yoon and Toxic Blade just melting everyone that's near that objective. They get up to the 30% mark. The control goes back over to the Jetpack Cats as we head into Final Fight territory. Tackle comes in, ends up getting countered, not going to be able to get in there, and Womp goes womp wah. Danny out with the, whoa, quadruple Blossom, trying to see if they can bring it back. It's literally Chu and Black. Now it's just Chu. It's not going to be enough at the 99% mark. Team kill comes in huge for Strix as they lock down the mecha base once again. $45% and climbing now as we see the fight re-engage. Maywall ends up cutting off members of Jetpack Cats, but it looks like they're able to regroup just in time. That shatter coming in from Womp Tomp, and the cleanup is huge. Yojimbo taking the double kill right there. Team kill 2 in a row as Strix continues to hold the mecha base. Alright, folks, we're getting into that last two fights, last one fight. Double Gravitons coming out there as Yoon pulls out the Blossom, but the damage may already be done. It is a 4v4 as Yoon trying to get it in Jetpack Cat's favor. Yojimbo able to get that pick on the Toxic Blade, but it looks like they're going to be able to bring this back. Now the feed is coming in. Bowsy just barely able to touch that objective as the walls go down. So here comes Womp Tomp. Shatter grabbing the double right there, but without the follow-up that they're looking for, it's not going to be enough to hold on. Yoon just getting pick after pick right now. Dying next to fall. Overtime triggered now for Jetpack Cats, and that is it. We are headed to map number 3 as we see the mecha base claimed by the Jetpack Cats.
Score 1-1. Ready for
All right, folks, this is the last fight. This is the big one. The Mac Daddy of them all. We're heading to Shrine. Now, this map is really hard to control due to the small area around that center drum. You gotta get it quick, and then you gotta take your fight off the objective. It's really hard to try to take the fight there, and it looks like the teams are ready for it. Strix coming in with the Sigma Hog this time around, and Retro taking the wings as they go onto the Echo with Dai on that Mercy. And it looks like Joker is looking at Joker and Nick looking to pull the same, but Chu opting for the Hammond instead. And it looks like the rotate coming in huge for Strix as they're able to get the hook onto Toxic Blade, but Bowsy falls low as they get the rock. Sticky Mind's going either direction, getting some damage in, but not full value, and Strix taking control of the objective, but the fight isn't over yet. We see JPC trying to push their way in, but the shield's going down too fast to try to make space. Slam coming in from Chu, grabbing some value, but not exactly the picks they were looking for, and Fanny sitting in that sideline, looking to grab those healers. Falling low is Black and Nick, all going down as Strix just continuing to lock down this shrine as we hit the 25% mark. All right. Chu opting over to the Hog as well to see if they can make some more, get some more value out of the off-tank roll. But lots of ultimates getting ready to come online. Fanny with that pulse bomb grabs it onto Chu, I believe, but not able to get that full value due to that breather. Now we're going to see the duplicate coming out from Joker. This may be what they need to turn this around, as Black able to get the pick onto Fanny, but the res comes in. Big eat from Womp, taking down Yoon's pulse bomb, but Yoon still taking Bowsy out at the end of the fight. 70% and climbing as we continue to see the picks coming in from the Jetpack Cats. Black, Chu, Yoon lighting up the kill feed right now, and that is it. At the 81% mark, we'll see control going over to the Jetpack Cats. 15% and climbing right now as we wait to see the engage of Strix. Looking to try to grab the right angles to push in with, and looking to give some space that Fanny can roam wild. Fanny's on the objective as Retro now opting for the Sigma as well, but falling incredibly low due to their Echo counterpart right there. Whole Hog, though, coming out from Chu, not getting a pick, but able to send everybody off the objective for now. Big hook coming in from Chu as they go ahead and end up ending Womp's Gravitic Flux, and now the trade's coming in. Sticky Minds and Rock take down both Tracers as we see the duplicate Tracer coming out once again for Joker. Gravitic Flux not able to grab the value that it's looking for, but maybe they can earn up a second one as they continue to try to hold strong. And now here it comes, Bowsy coming in with the Rock. Gravitic Flux, no! Not able to get it off in time, and Yojimbo will take them out of the fight. Double kill on both DPS as the Gravitic Flux comes out for Toxic Blade and might be able to continue to hold on to this objective. 75% and climbing right now as we continue to see this trade in a fight. It's a lone Hoggy Boy trying to keep control of it, but at the 81% mark we will see control swap on over to the side of Strix, but it's not going to be enough for them just to hold on. They got to get it up to that 100% mark. They got to continue to get those picks, and JPC is coming in. Claws unhinged. They're not going to let them take this map so easy. 99% overtime has ticked away as we see Chu now back on the ball. I'm not for certain if that's going to be the right move here, but they got to get back quick. The boops coming in, spin to win, trying to get everyone off this objective, but the picks from Retro and Fanny are not going to be something that JPC can shut down. And in a quickness, Strix are able to just take Busan 2-1. Just absolutely huge right there. You know, I expected the fight to be just a little bit more graphic, I guess, but really what it ended up coming down to is that the timing of Strix being able to get it up to that 80% mark and above, and then taking the objective back and then staggering out certain heroes, taking down the Sigma and Hog last so that the res had to be used early in the fight, and the Hog had to swap over to the ball to be able to get back in. It was, oh my gosh, the strategies that these teams use are amazing. And as you know, Strix ended up coming out on top 3-2 against the Jetpack Cats, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it was 3-1. SEAL Team Spuds to Deja Vu. Feel free to correct me in the chat. There were too many flexes that I lost count. There were indeed a lot of flexes in those final maps. So thank you all so much for sticking with me tonight. I know that this has been an incredibly scuffed stream, but I hope that you enjoyed it. Although my casting was not the greatest tonight, there are things that I know that I need to continue to work on. Working on that pacing, working about, cutting myself off and not trying to fill the void, being comfortable with that quiet because I know somebody's going to pick it up. I've got lots of notes, and I'm going to go back and look at the pod so that I can see all your wonderful comments or how much you're making fun of me. I'm not for certain because I really haven't been paying attention. But thank you so much for watching. It has been great, and I hope that you all continue to submit your clips because we're just going to try to make this better and better. I know that Trank is doing everything they can to try to get everybody featured, but with so many teams, it's definitely difficult. So if I can get a few more out there, I'm happy to do so. And again, if you're a caster or producer, whether you're brand spanking new, looking to get into this gig, or if you're a veteran like myself, just looking to try to climb, looking to perfect the craft, either way, I welcome you. Come, we will figure things out. We will make a schedule rotation, whatever it takes. I would love to make this a regular thing so that people can enjoy their matches with the commentary and production they enjoy as well. Until next time, my name's Captain Jack, and I'll see you all later.